So hey everybody, before the video begins, we'd like to say thank you for everybody who entered and commented on the last video.
Thank you. We hit our goal and so much more.
Yeah, a lot more people commented than we anticipated, which is crazy. So thank you everybody. And so now we're gonna pick from, if you guys seen Lost Boys, based off of, you got the
one of my faves.
Got the wine bottle that they drink out of.
All right, so we do it like this. We do like the names in the bowl old-fashioned, so you guys can see that we're literally just picking a random person for the prize. Annette Murphy.
Woohoo!
Annette Murphy.
Thank you, Annette.
You are the winner.
And thank you everybody else for entering. Sorry you guys didn't win. We will be doing plenty of these in the future. Annette, I have our email down in the description that you can email us. If you want a sweatshirt, t-shirt, you get to pick whatever design you want.
Just go into the link for our merch.
Down in the description you'll see the link for the merch, the link for the email. You email us and we'll take it from there then.
Yeah, the only thing is the zip-up hoodies are out of stock, so and anything else there.
we can't, we have no control over that, so we apologize for anybody who wants a zip-up. I know we wanted one. Yeah. I mean, rock and roll merch, but it looks cool. I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
And we're going to be making plenty more designs down the road, so. Yeah. And now enjoy the rest of the video, guys.
Thank you.
Peace.
We are food for worms.
I'll drive you crazy. I'll kill you all on every nightmare you ever had.
Believe it or not, each and every one of us in this room is one day going to stop breathing.
I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
Turn cold and die.
Be afraid. Your tastes much better than afraid.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Paracast, the YouTube channel Beyond the Walls version of a podcast. I'm Fred.
I'm Alex.
I'm Sarah, and we have a YouTube channel that we do paranormal investigations, but we wanted to rope in some podcasting as well, so today's topic is Slender Man.
For those of you who don't know, it was kind of like a creepypasta phenomenon thing back in like the early 2000s. I think like 2009. Yeah. We said at the same time.
Yeah, but wasn't Slender Man like always around? Not him himself, but like a version of him.
Well, I know there was a short story that was written in 2009. I can't think of the dude's name off the top of my head, but he wrote like a short story about it called Slender Man, and then it kind of spawned like this giant wave of like phenomena with like the creepypastas, which all, if you've listened to creepypastas, they're like short horror stories rather, and Slender Man was kind of grouped in with all that. And then there came like a giant thing of video games for it, the Slender Man 8 pages.
Yeah, the VR stuff, huh?
The guy's name was Eric, but he went by Victor online. He had like a separate online name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we'll jump into like what kind of like the origin story is, talk about the video game a little bit if you haven't known about it, and then the stabbing that was, kind of...
Don't mind me, I gotta do something over here. It's fine, just keep talking, you're good.
And the stabbing that was inspired by Slender Man, or influenced, I should say, not inspired. That's kind of like a bad way of saying it.
Bad omen.
Yeah,
inspired stabbing.
Inspired, yeah.
Don't ever
Alex, what are you
put
doing
those
over
words
here?
together.
I was adjusting the audio so I can actually use it later if I need to.
So when you guys think of Slender Man, what do you think of? What comes to your mind right away? I'll let you guys answer, and then I want to give kind of my...
Yeah. Alex, if you want to...
I mean, when I think of Slender Man, I literally, first of all, I think of the tall, creepy dude that everybody sees.
No face, right?
Yeah, no face, just white.
He has no face. He has like a red tie.
Yeah. It pretty much just reminds me of a tall dude in a morph suit.
Yeah.
He just threw on the tuxedo.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm gonna go to a wedding.
In the middle of a field.
Yeah. I think of the video game, the original 8 pages, and how like it was creepy because it was like that low res, and
yeah,
I guess for its time it was creepy. Now you look back, you're like, why were we
So
Sca-
cringe.
scared of
100%
this.
cringe.
Watching PewDiePie play it and like Markiplier and all
Yeah.
them.
That was 100% cringe, though.
I think a lot of that time period was kind of.
I mean, it was late 2000s, beginning 2010s, and that was when VR was starting to become a thing, and then they decided to put it on a VR game, and that was actually pretty terrifying. I mean, I've seen that, like the pop-ups and stuff.
And anything in VR is always creepy because it's like right in your face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back when we were in school, Slender Man was like the scary thing. Everybody was talking about Slender Man.
Well, you know, from my point of view, because I'm not a gamer. I mean, I'll play Super Mario Brothers or Pac-Man, but I wasn't into these games or anything. So for me, when I hear Slender Man, honestly, I think of shadow people. I've had people, you know, that actually have seen shadow people. My brother, for example, and he actually said it's almost like Slender Man, really tall, really skinny, and dark. You know, I know it's a little bit different, but for me, who's not a gamer, like, and from the videos, like there's a YouTube video we're gonna.
What did that microphone ever do to you?
I'm so bad today with it. I'm sorry.
Beating it.
Oh, we're gonna throw the video clip in here for you guys to see, but I don't know. To me, it just looks like a really tall shadow person. It's scary.
Yeah,
That's what I think of.
We'll put the link to this video like down in the description if you guys want to watch the full thing. It's like half hour long, but we saw it on this clip on either Nuke's Top 5, which is another great YouTube channel. You guys should give them a watch. I'll throw that in the description as well. Or Paranormal Caught on Camera.
I think it might have been that one.
It was one of those two, and it was a video. Now, again, like, there are so many fake videos of Slender Man out there, like a ton. A lot of them, most of them are BS, but this one, unless it's very well done if it was faked. But it was pretty creepy nonetheless. Like these guys were walking through the woods. They found some weird stuff. I'm pretty sure it was on site of where the stabbing happened.
Yeah, there was a doll there.
Which we will get into in a little bit. It was like snowing out, so just add more to the creepiness factor of it. And they walk through the field and then look up and they do see this tall figure off in the tree line, and they just book it because they only got it like a couple seconds on film, and then they both crapped their pants and ran.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, anytime you crap your pants and run usually means that you got something really good on film.
So, okay, if you think about like Mothman, right, which I know like that could be like a whole other like podcast, but
Oh, it will.
there's an idea that was kind of thrown around back then that if so many people sort of fear the same thing, even if it's fictional, it can almost create it. It's like an energy, right? Like everybody's picturing the same thing in their mind. Everybody's worried and scared. And for any of you guys that believe in, you know, the upside down or the spiritual world or demons or whatever, you know, they can kind of take shape and form to whatever they want to take shape and form to. So I kind of have a theory where like this was such a craze and in so many especially young people's minds, that if there was like something evil lurking, it could essentially make itself look like what everybody's already afraid of.
Exactly.
You
So,
know?
I think that's a pretty good segue into like the stabbing. So I don't know if you guys remember from our Bray Road Beast podcast, we touched briefly on the stabbings that happened around the Wisconsin, that same area that the Bray Road Beast happened, which actually this stabbing was the one too that happened there.
I think we got some facts wrong on that, so apologies. I thought it was one person stabbing, but it was two.
Yeah, it was two. Well, technically, I think
There was 3 people
there was
involved.
3 people involved. 2 people stabbed one.
One girl. Yeah, they were 12 years old. They were classmates.
Okay, so on May 31st, 2014, there was 2 girls that stabbed their best friend. They were all 12 too, which is bizarre and
So young.
creepy, honestly. The one girl that stabbed the other one, they were like best friends, which makes it even more just bizarre. I know that girl got stabbed like, what, 19 or 16
19
times?
19
times and survived.
They held her down. The 2 girls held her down while they stabbed her. 19 times.
It's crazy.
But she survived.
Yeah, no, she crawled.
Jeez.
She crawled. God bless her. She crawled out to the road, and thank God somebody was coming by on a bike and found her.
Yeah, thank God for that. And then I guess the two girls ran off and tried to find Slender Man because they thought like the deed was done for him, and that's they're trying to, I guess, sacrifice someone to the almighty Slender Man. And I do what? Like what comes out of it?
I mean,
Like,
when they were questioned by authorities, they reportedly claimed that they wished to commit murder as a first step to becoming proxies for the Slender Man.
so I guess that's what.
God, it's like Charles Manson.
It's like
stuff.
a sacrifice.
Yeah.
And then, on top of it even more, that they were afraid that their families were going to be killed by Slender Man if they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know that they tried in court. They tried to claim like insanity and stuff, and I don't think it worked.
Yeah, it did.
It worked.
For a little bit. And then the judge decided that they were fine.
Yeah.
And then they pleaded insanity again. And then now they're incompetent because experts testified in court that she also said she conversed with Lord Voldemort and one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, Jesus, Lord. Wow.
Yeah, so they are currently, they're still institutionalized right now.
I know the one was, I think, 20-ish years, and the best friend actually got, I think, 40 years.
They have been
Whatever.
charged as adults and are each facing up to 65 years in prison. One of the girls reportedly said Slender Man watches her and can read minds and teleport. So they're facing 65 up to 65 years, but I believe that they're only in... They must be hospitalized for 25 years and institutionalized until they're age 37.
Like, well, the article I read, I thought, like, one of them was in for 25 years, and the other one, I think, was, like, 48 or something.
Yeah,
So
but it's not jail. It's
Yeah,
they're mental hospitals. But, I mean,
crazy.
I don't blame them.
Well, here's kind of like what's scary about this. You know, I'm a firm believer that, like, you know, video games and movies don't make people do things. But if you have a mental illness or there's something already going on, and then you get like transfixed on something, you know, like Slender Man, that's when you can start to have an issue and a problem. I know in 2014, I believe it was September, there was a girl that attempted to set her house on fire, and she said it was in the name of Slender Man, and that's just 4 months later. So yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. But you know, I'm a firm believer that there is evil. There's evil in the world, and if you're just, you know, for some reason like a petri dish just waiting for something, you know, it could easily kind of like infiltrate you and make you do something really crazy like that. The idea of it.
All right, pretend we're all 12. What the hell would possess us to want to kill each other?
Yeah, nothing.
Especially as best friends.
Nothing. I wouldn't even kill a frog or a you know.
Like, I'm not
a spider
sacrificing
maybe.
anything, let alone a person.
Yeah.
Just because they read something on the internet and then have conversations with Lord Voldemort on top of it.
And a turtle.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to talk to Donatello. I'm not kidding.
I feel like talking to Raphael and Michelangelo would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially Mikey.
I mean, doing it when we're in the nursing home is completely normal, I'm just going to say, because there's a few people I'm going to talk to as well before my time is up on this earth.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, it's one thing if you have dementia, but, like, if you're a normal functioning person that just goes to school and is like randomly, hey, let's walk through the woods today and stab our best friend to death, almost to death.
Yeah.
19 times. And I can't get over that. She lived through that.
I wish there was more information about actually, like, this is going to sound morbid as hell, but I wish there was more information about how severe the wounds actually were. I couldn't find anything
depends,
about
but, you
that.
know, if they stabbed her a lot in her legs and arms and stuff, that could explain why.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of, like, leg and arms and a couple in the abdomen.
Okay.
That's what.
Probably no vital organs or anything, or...
If you miss a major
arteries.
artery, you're okay.
Well, I would think not. She survived it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
If she had to crawl, imagine it took a while to get to where
I mean, she was probably still pretty effed up considering she had to crawl. So
there's also, I know in 2015 there was some type of like an uptick in suicide attempts in a Native American sort of area as well, and they do believe in something called the suicide spirit. I know that. I remember reading that. Native Americans are extremely spiritual, and they are big believers in like outside influences and obviously things on the other side. But I do remember reading that there was between the ages of 12 and like 24 or 25, there was just a large amount of suicides, and they believed it was because of Slender Man. So again, this is kind of where I get like, could something that was, made to be fictional turn paranormal based on just the energy of everybody?
I mean, maybe it was a demon or something, like that was possessing the land. I don't quite think it's Slender Man per se, because where are the other videos,
Yeah.
Why was it only this one? I think that came out last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If something can sort of shapeshift, look real tall, and look how it wants to look to scare people.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm saying, Okay, so I'm going to go out on a little bit of a limb here and just say, and I'm being careful how I word this because I don't want to look crazy, but everybody has somebody in their life that they can say, oh, my dad or my uncle or my brother or my best friend from childhood, somebody has seen something, right? And what do we call it? Do we call it a cryptid? Do we call it a demon? Do we, obviously we don't call it Slender Man. Do we call it a shadow person? It kind of begs the question, were people seeing things? Was there some reason that they were, shadow people were kind of appearing more around that time? Or something even extraterrestrial? I know it sounds crazy, but it would take somebody that's 12 years old to see something one time and just get like this is real and really take it seriously. Like I know a lot of people that have seen things, especially in their childhood, that they look back on and they can't explain. Shadow people are very, very similar to Slender Man.
True, like that tall, lengthy,
gangly hands.
Slender-ish.
Well, that's why they call him Slender Man.
Yes.
Exactly. See?
The Slendy Man.
Yeah.
The Slendy Man is really a shadow man.
Slendy Slend.
And not all shadow people have hats on. I know a lot of them do, but some of them are just like Slender Man, just like face without a face, really.
I think the only thing that separates like a typical shadow person and Slender Man is Slender Man is known to have like these weird tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
things.
tentacle arms.
Well, behind
Or-
him, they're not really like arms. They're like
Oh, it kind of reminds
back
me
in
of
a
what's
way.
his face from like. You ever watch Tokyo Ghoul?
Yeah. Oh my
Kaneki.
God. What? Yeah.
Yeah, with the things. I forget what that's called.
Yeah.
The centipedes, I think.
I mean, you go back into the 1600s, and the Native Americans had petroglyphs of things with, it just keeps saying this word, the long, gangly hands, actually carved into stone. They carved these things. So why would they be carving such beings if they weren't seeing something? So it makes you wonder, are people actually maybe seeing that and then going, oh, it's Slender Man? Like, who knows?
It's probably aliens. I mean,
Yeah.
I always say to this day that there is aliens, or we have contact with aliens.
Absolutely.
Because, like, you ever think about the technology that we actually have? It's like one day something crazy just comes out of nowhere. Hey, look what we can do. Well, who the hell taught you that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
They're so
like-
much more advanced.
It's disgustingly naive to believe that we are alone.
The
And
only
this
people.
Galaxy in the universe. Like, why of all creation, whatever you believe in, why would we be the only planet to have life?
Yeah, it's just like hey, let
Like, we're
me
not
pick
that
out
special.
the one planet out of how many other billions of things that are out there outside of our solar system. Like, if you watch videos on our solar system and just space in itself, we are tiny.
We're like nothing.
It's literally hard to comprehend how small we actually are,
Agree.
even compared to other planets that are right next door to us.
Yes.
Exactly. Like I said, we're nothing special. Like, no.
I think people have to get the idea in their mind that they're little green Martians. It's
Or gray.
probably not little green or gray Martians. But, like, I'm just going to say it. My brother saw something when we were younger. And to this day, he's 45 now. And he knows exactly what he saw. It was tall, at least 8 feet. That was his exact words. It had gangly, weird-looking hands. It was green. Walked through our backyard, looked him dead in the face, and just kept walking. Now, you can say, oh, it could have been this, it could have been that. I just feel like it being an alien makes the most sense. But I could see where that would look like Slender Man. That's what I'm saying. Are these kids seeing something and just their mind is making it... Their mind is making it Slender Man.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
mean,
I
it
mean?
just actually could be something explanatory, as if
Yeah.
like a person just messing around,
Yeah.
or some creeper, pedophile. Who knows? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be just some basement troll, just like putting things online. Hey, I'm Slender Man. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
It's probably just some people or group.
They just rope these little kids in and stuff. And,
Yep.
it's scary, though. I mean, you're never going to take away all the video games and scary movies. We all like to watch that stuff. But I do think, like, you know, if you see that your kid has some type of mental illness or they're really trying to attach to something that's kind of odd like that, you just got to really, like, put yourself in it.
And
Thank God.
The weird thing, too, like, going back to the girls that killed that, or tried to kill that one, it's just, like, there was no, like, their family, teachers, nobody, like, thought anything before this. Like, just one day, they just decided to be weird.
Yeah, I know the girl did a video or an interview with Oprah, the girl that survived. And I do know that she said that she just went along with it, even though she didn't like it. But the two other girls were, like, really into Slender Man, and she just went along with it because she felt like, well, they're my friends, so I should probably like it too.
Yeah.
You know?
The man that abducts kids.
Wait, what?
What a
That's
weird,
what a lot of
weird
people believed. He
creepypasta.
abducted children.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, then it's 100% a pedophile.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what a weird.
I wonder if he drives a white van.
So weird.
I mean, his face is white, so he might drive a black van.
Probably, yeah. Keep up with, or a red one because of his tie.
Well, the red is considered a hot vehicle for cops. Anything that's like
Oh,
bright is red,
yeah,
so it'd
that's
probably
true.
be black
yeah,
to be
yeah.
inconspicuous.
Plus, his insurance is probably really high on it, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it's
Like-
extraterrestrial,
like
they got their own registration fees up in the universe.
You abducted way too many children last month. You gotta knock it down.
He's
We're
past
gonna
his
up the
quota.
insurance.
Yeah, he's past his quota. No, yeah.
You can't have full coverage on that, man. Mr. Man? No, just Slender.
S
Slender.
S dot man.
That's dot man.
That's his initials. It's Slen D Man.
Ah,
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that.
see that's clever.
Yeah.
See? We could honestly make a better movie than what they made in
On it-
2018.
I didn't watch it. Did you
God.
watch it?
It was so bad. Me and you watched it, right?
I thought I did watch it, but I didn't. It's a
I
different
think we
one.
did. Yeah,
Me and you
those
watched it.
kids were all like together in the one bedroom.
It was
and,
cool.
Like,
I forget what the actress's name was, but she was in the first Conjuring movie.
Yeah, she was a decent actress. Yeah, and the
She was one of
guy
the
that-
kids.
Yeah, and the one that played Slender Man was pretty well known too, I think.
Okay, so the guy that played Slender, I know we're
gonna have to-
completely off topic.
Yeah, but I don't
here,
care because
but-
Slender Man. Everybody already knows about Slender Man.
But I know this guy played the mother from Mama. And he played like a bunch of like he's one of I'm pretty sure he's one of those like weird things that he can like morph his body and everything. I think he's like
a
tall and lengthy.
contortionist.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the
Yeah,
terminology
yeah.
for it.
How tall is Slender
Really
Man
freaking
actually supposed to be?
tall.
Like 8 feet.
I don't know if they actually give him a height, but I know he's like.
I mean,
really,
let me
really
ask.
up
I
there.
wonder if Siri knows. Let me ask Siri.
Put it in the microphone.
How tall is Siri? Yep.
Maybe she has a height. Wait, I want to hear it.
How tall are you?
I don't have any height, but I think highly of you.
How tall is Slender Man?
Kevin Durant is 6 feet 10 inches tall.
Who's Kevin Durant?
A basketball player. I didn't ask.
Siri,
sucks.
you ain't right.
No, she sucks.
Oh, wow. The guy that played Slender Man in that movie, he played the what's the crooked man from the second Conjuring movie. Played a couple things in like the first and
Is this
second.
super important that you're really
no,
focusing
it's not
on
important.
it? So
I'm
put
just,
the phone down.
I'm an
and
idiot.
one word, if you could relate, I'll start so you understand what I mean. Like, what is your thoughts on Slender Man? For me, I'm saying alien.
Shadow Man. It's not one word. That's what I was asking.
Yes, it is.
Well, Shadow Man are
It's
two
fine.
different words. I'm saying Shadow Man. It's technically one word for describing one thing. So
Okay. I'm going with alien too.
Yeah. Yeah. If people are actually seeing that, like something, I would say it's that.
Or I'm going with an actual person that's just mentally ill.
You could easily go out into the woods and get long ass sticks and put like a coat on it and make just a plain sack for the face and just stick it up in the woods.
scare Slendy.
You can like a scarecrow, but for Slendies.
Scare.
Is that what you're
Slendy.
saying?
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying.
Skenderman.
Skender,
Scaredy
that's
man.
pretty good. But I don't know. I just think it's just a story to scare people.
It's a tall tale.
I don't. Yeah, tall tale. Wow. Wow.
Ah! That was good.
That was actually really good.
That
Oh
was
my
pretty-
God. But yeah, no, I honestly think that it's just a story. I mean, if there's anything that they're seeing that kind of resembles it, it could be an alien, Shadow Man,
Yeah, but
Mothman.
I don't know.
But
Was there actually a lot of eyewitnesses about Slender Man, though?
I think outside of that one video, that's the only one I've seen that looks legit. Also, I want to say, out of like all the Bigfoot videos and everything, like being shaky, catching Bigfoot, considering that this caught like some kind of like creature or entity that's like known, that's like one of the best shot ones. I know it was quick and then he panned away and they all took off.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you?
Fuck
But
yeah.
I'm just saying that like it from them catching it.
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty clean
Yeah.
compared to like all the other most videos of Bigfoot being like shaky and
Yeah.
crappy quality.
Yeah. Like we're going to look for Bigfoot and there he is.
Yeah,
running
yeah.
across
The odds of that are
river.
like very, very,
Yeah.
very slim.
Although
I
that
mean-
is a
Slender.
goal of mine. Slender Man and Bigfoot go. That's a movie.
That there used to be this TV show where they used to make like these.
Slenderfoot.
No, them fighting each other. Who would win?
Slenderfoot.
Look, I'm all about Bigfoot winning that.
I
one.
had such a good
Oh yeah, he
Godzilla
would
versus
totally.
King Kong's
was
normal,
a
but
great movie, though.
Slenderfoot wouldn't be normal. We could call it that. It's gonna be a movie one day.
I'm making. Oh, we should do merch with that Slenderfoot. A really skinny.
If you guys hold on, listen. If you guys want
This is
merch,
my idea.
if you guys want merch with us throwing
Slenderfoot. It's gonna say
Slender Man and Bigfoot
No,
going
no.
at it.
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
Slender
yeah.
Man
Going
versus
at it,
Bigfoot.
fighting.
no.
Yeah, no. Okay, fighting on a like looking like they're about to fight.
Yeah.
If you guys want that on a shirt underneath saying Slendyfoot or Slendy
Slenderfoot.
versus
We'll do it.
wait, Slendy versus Foot.
Yeah.
I think that would let us know down below, and we will make this as a shirt.
We really will.
I also want to do one that's Slenderfoot, and it's actually just a skinny foot.
That'd be so funny.
Just a skinny foot. It says Slenderfoot in like graffiti, and then it has like a really skinny foot down below.
And then, wait. We should have it reversed. Where like Bigfoot looks like really tall and lengthy with the suit on.
That's
So
what I'm
Slender Man is just a
Really fat and furry.
just a furry Slender.
All right, I have a story about Bigfoot actually, and I don't care if we're getting off topic because this podcast is pretty funny. My bosses at this one job that I'm not going to name were very, very Bigfoot advocates, and they would get really pissed off at you if you said Bigfoot wasn't real.
Like really mad. Like
They would actually visibly get pissed off at you, and they would lecture you about how they're real, how he's real, and they have a cabin that they used to go to. It was 3 guys, father and son, and the one other manager used to go out, and they would camp and not pretend, but say they were hunting Bigfoot. And the one of them was in the military back. I don't remember what war he was in, but he had military attire, his M16. This motherfucker put war paint on his face.
what?
And yeah, he showed me pictures.
Oh my god.
He told me that they were all sleeping in their cabin. It wasn't really a cabin; it was like a shed that they put
God.
put out that they put out in the woods. And they said that they were all sleeping, and they heard a knock on the door. And you know what they said? It was Bigfoot.
No.
Yeah. And then they go out and investigate, and there's nothing out there, but somebody finds handprints on the car. I'm like, they're probably yours, dude.
Or park rangers.
The best thing is that they would leave offerings for Bigfoot, sticks and bottle caps in the woods. And then there was another picture. This one takes the cake. There's a picture that he showed me of a top-down shot of the ground of these twigs. And he goes, you see how those twigs are broken? And they're like laying across each other? Yeah, that doesn't happen in nature. That's only done by Bigfoot. I just want to put this out there. I'm not making fun. I am a little bit, but I just want to put this out there. If this is what you believe, go right ahead and do what you want. I personally just think it's funny.
Yeah.
And
I think it's just funny the way that it was
presented to me.
Yeah.
Presented.
Yeah. I'm just like,
I
I
mean,
mean,
we-
you don't need war paint to look for Bigfoot.
yeah,
Basically.
or an M16 and binoculars
are you
and
kidding me?
scopes. I mean,
We could get Bigfoot to model our merch.
that'd be sick.
Jake's
Actually,
kind of close.
ew, no. But I like how we're supposed to be talking about
And we just
Slender
got
Man, and
on a topic
now we're
about
talking
Bigfoot.
about Bigfoot.
If you guys want also a podcast about Bigfoot,
oh yeah,
Aliens. aliens. Shadow people, too.
We'll do a whole podcast about any of
Yeah,
these.
honestly, we need more
Say
recommendations.
anything in the comments, even if we're idiots. Just
Yeah, it
put
doesn't
in
even
the
matter. It could be something
comments.
stupid. Like if it's only a little, if it's like a really, really small tale that you were told as a child, to say it anyway.
Yeah, let us
Yeah,
know.
we read all the comments. We respond back to all of them.
I want to do Krampus.
Can we?
Yes.
That'd be actually a really cool.
We should do it for
Sarah
Christmas.
does not look okay with that.
We do have a cool podcast we're going to do sometime soon. It's a place called the Wellis House. It's actually in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, only about, 45 minutes from here, maybe?
I believe so. Yeah, it's around that.
Really crazy story. If you guys want to Google it, you can read some stuff. It made the paper because there's like demonic activity and stuff that took place in there years ago. So that's going to be a cool podcast.
We also have like firsthand experiences of like really weird stuff that happened to it.
Yeah.
Like, we visited the house. We didn't go inside because it was like all boarded
I
up
wouldn't
and
even go
everything.
on the property. He did. I didn't. So,
Never again.
yeah, we have our
Not
own
without
personal
protection, that
account.
is.
So stay tuned for that one. And let us know anything in the comments, please. You know, just anything. Any comments you might have or experiences or anything you've heard.
Yeah, like if you believe in Slender Man, like we said earlier, if you guys have any stories about even paranormal, even like ghost stories that you want to leave down below,
Anything unexplained.
we'll
Yes.
gladly have a conversation with you about weird stuff.
Okay, maybe not anything.
Hey, I keep hearing noises over there. What is that? I heard. Did you guys not hear that?
No.
I keep hearing stuff over there. I thought someone
It's
was coming
probably
up the
my
steps.
chair.
Wait, move. No. I thought someone was coming up the steps. Something just touched my leg. I'm not even kidding.
By the way, I totally saw something run.
Something just. Are you sure a cat's not up here? Because something felt like a cat rubbed my leg.
I'm gonna make
came-
sure the doors.
Yeah, now I'm all scared. God damn it out.
So anyway, you guys like the video? Same old spiel. Make sure you drop a like, comment down below any weird stuff that you've experienced paranormal wise, and make sure you subscribe. You know, you gotta guess.
Turn the bell on.
Turn that bell
Turn it
notification on too.
I did have a friend. I was telling a friend that we were doing a podcast on Slender Man, and she's like, back when I was in school, I was obsessed with Slender Man. And she's like, I used to say that he lived in the wood behind my house. And then she goes, what did she say? Hold on, let me look. She tweeted, "Hey Slendy, watch the house while I'm gone."
Slendy.
And she just tweeted it like to nobody. She didn't at anybody, and some random Slender Man account tweeted back to her saying, "Check your tap," and her water was left on.
What? Stop it.
That's what she said.
No, what?
That's what she said.
Thank you guys.
Peace out.
Deuces, guys.
Peace out,
Thank you for
Girl
watching.
Scouts.
Peace out.